Young and in love.
Right.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. Good day, everyone.
Hello,
My name is Rikka,
I'm Cholo.
and
Finally, we made our very first video. People have been pushing us to create our own videos, share our own stories.
yes, finally, we're
Oh,
here.
Correct. We're here. I guess for our first video, what we want to share are
How we start.
how we started before we reached our 9th year pag June. Of course, there were a lot of challenges, ups and downs, and that's why we created this video, because we want to share our experiences, and we also want to give you guys, for those newly married couples, the top 3 things that you need to consider
Before getting married,
before and maybe after
and even after.
getting married.
Yes, and I hope that you learn something from us. But
Yes. Correct. So, these are the top 3 things you need to consider before and after getting married. Okay. So, number one is when you get married, dapat ba engrande nga marriage or nga wedding, or do you want to opt for a simple wedding, right? So, there are a lot of people that we know na want to opt for the engrande nga kasal, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. As they say, if you can afford, then why not, right? But nagabayuban, even though they're not blessed,
or dili kayo kaya, i-push gihapon.
Sometimes young couples forget bang marriage is not, or a wedding is not just a one-time event where, diba, you get to wear your best. For the groom, you get to wear your best attire, shoes, suit, or whatever, and then after that, wala na, right? And they spend.
It's hard work.
Correct, and the couples that we know spend at least around 400,000 to 500,000 just for a one-day event.
There are couples nga maglalis pa na sila before getting married nga ang girl ganahan og inani, and then the guy, of course, mura po siya magduha-duha, but giving lang, ihatag na lang siguro niya sa girl. Siguro they should watch this video. Di ba, Mark? There are things to consider ba? Di ba?
Right.
And why we think it's better to go for that simple wedding rather than spending so much pa. And some pudhan would say nga, if in grande, sige lang kay one time ran in our life. But after the wedding, like you masyak mo sa mga after, where there are many more things to consider ba after that day.
Correct. Kumbaga, if you can afford, kaya rin ninyo, go for it. Right? Pero if you wanna go for yung grande nga kasal, pero at the expense of what? Mangutang muda ko kayo. What will that do to you after that day nga mo, you pay the loan, right? Imbes na you start building up for the both of you to build your own family, dayon patanggong pa, because
Napamoy mga bayranan.
utangan. Like I know a few nga mangutang og 300,000, 400,000 for a wedding.
And
then,
even ask for sponsorship pa ang uban, di ba?
correct. So,
And it's okay, but again, if you ask us lang.
correct.
So
Yes,
I think
us.
ang name sa tang YouTube is Ask Us.
Ask.
We're going to mutan na.
So, ano lang, mura siya og, you just have to understand, especially young couples, but you have to understand nga getting married is not like a debut where, or your 18th birthday where ingrande tanan, and after that, balik ka sa mong parents, balik ka sa mong mama. Right?
True.
Because after that day, it's gonna be the first day of the rest of your lives.
Together.
Correct, together. Yan, if unhanin nyo o nag-loan mo or diutangan ninyo inyong kasal, kay focus mo yung grande, then it's not a good start.
Yes.
In
And
our case,
in our case, yeah, our story di ay better.
so in our case, we didn't have a grand wedding.
We opted for a civil wedding first para wala jud utang.
And para when we start our day one, marag clean slate.
Yes.
We don't owe anyone anything, and that's what's most important.
Yes.
Again, getting married is just not a one-time event, one day event where pasok ka dad, and after that, back to normal. No, it's not gonna be normal anymore. Trust
Yes.
us. It's better to
Start clean, good.
start clean, right? You go back to the reason why you're
Getting married.
It's for the both of you. It's not for other people na they can validate na, nindot sila nga couple or whatever, right?
True.
You don't need their validation. You only need yourselves.
The two of you and then your parents.
So there. So for us, it's up for a
Simple wedding.
ta-da!
And then number 2,
Okay. So number 2, now that you're married, what do you need to consider? A house or a car? What do you need to what
so most kanang young couples
do we know?
that we know or our friends usually they get the car first. And I think for the reason of comfort, right? We really want comfort in our lives.
Save siya nga analogy yan. Vacation.
I think young couples or young couple friends that we know, usually they get the car first. I think number 1 reason nila is it's cheaper, diba?
And then,
Bakapi, kuhan.
one of the mistakes that they do manggod is, of course, like what she said, a car is relatively cheaper than a house, right? And right now, you can get a car for as low as 5,000 pesos. Right?
Or 1 peso.
Oh, or 1 peso. It's like zero
Down payment.
Zero down payment. So, as young couples, matempt sila in we should get a car.
Or mostly they get the car first because comfort, luxury, diba? Or self, siguro ko nila.
We don't know what the reasons are. Right?
And it's really cheaper than the house.
Correct. So most people that
But,
most people
go.
most couples that we know, when we tell them, okay, why don't you go ahead and get a house? And they're saying, ay mahal man kaayo. Right? When we started, of course, day 1 of our marriage. This is
Real life story.
This is a true story. So when we got married, I didn't even think about or consider getting a house. Okay, para na ako, why do I need to get the house? It's a waste of money.
Mahal.
It was my wife who actually pushed me to get a house. Why? Because she knew eventually, she
We
knew
will
it's a
always
good
need,
investment.
and we will always need a house.
When we started, wala po kami anak ato. What are we gonna do with the house? Right?
True.
But my wife said, hindi lagi na because it is gonna be an investment. Pohon, when we have kids, they're gonna be, we want to be able to live in a house that we can call our own. So we got a house. So I could have, with my salary back then, I could have chosen to get a car, right? But our decision was to get a house. And again, same as the first topic, ba, we're not against it.
Yeah,
if you
you
can
still-
afford it, go. Right? If you can
course.
afford both car and a house, go. Right? But
Dapat i-weigh down. But we're talking to the young couples that we know that we see ourselves way back ba.
correct.
Sus, sayang ano. So, we're sharing our stories pod about sa una nga same si Cholo wala na nga mindset nga getting a house,
Right.
gusto siya car, gusto siya motor, gusto niya ani
Oh,
kaon-kaon sa gawas and all, and
right?
wala siya nag-think sa future ba.
Correct. Because
I mean, what's ahead?
Okay, back then, we were living in my parents' house. So, mara siya, nabit ay malay nga matulga. So, for those young couples, either living in the parents' house or the in-laws' house, or kanang renting, but there's nothing wrong with it. Ang misconception man is, kanang, I need to pay for
Monthly.
my house, a monthly payment for 10 years, 15 years, 25 years, murag lugayan na by the time nga mahuman ako, tigawang nako, right? That's a valid point. But imagine this, you get a car worth 5 years ang term, right? At the same time, of course, newly married couple man mo, so eventually, muno naging mag-anak mo, right? So let's say, on the second year nga nagbayad mo sa car, kuha mo anak mo, he's bored. Right? By the time maimpas imuhang sakyanan, your kid would already be 3 years old, and eventually you're gonna send that boy or girl to school. Right?
It's gonna be
another expense. Correct. And by that time, diha pa ka makarealize nga, kuha ko balay.
Kailan ako'y anak.
Kailan ako'y anak.
Magbalay
so,
na
kaayo, mag-rent.
Sige ra girent.
And by the time that they return, you go back to the house that they looked at 5 years ago.
I-appreciate na ang value.
Correct. I-appreciate ang value. From 10K, karon pila na.
14.
O, 14, 15. And maybe, this time nga ni-return, ni-tanaw na kagbalik sa balay. Unfortunately for some, it's
Napuyan.
already...
And another story we want to share is kuanhan. We started small, right? It's not the dream house that we really want. It's very far sa city. But it's our own. Di ba, Han?
Yes, correct.
So, murag, when we, finally nga, murag, na-asenso gamay, after pila, 9 years na we moved to a better place, di ba? And walay na waste nga money because we were able to resell the house.
For the young couples,
Nga nagduha-duha diha.
correct, nga magdudua nga ako
Car lang sa siguro,
Kaya
Han.
sa kay kuan man,
Kay mamuli ta dito ila, mami.
Mga susyaman ka, kanang,
Di ko ganahan masakay bus. And sa una, sige mig sakay bus.
kung concept ka, okay, para dili hassle. Right, so ana, ayaw
So,
give,
a little
do not
sacrifice
give
when
in.
you're still starting.
Correct. Ayaw you give in nga marag ko sa kanan. No, the point is, kuan yun da,
What's the smarter choice?
what's the smarter choice? Car or house? For us, get a house
First,
first before getting a car.
because
Cars value depreciates over time, and a house appreciates its value over time.
yes.
So there. Okay.
Okay, so the third thing you should consider before getting married would be getting an insurance.
Right.
Yes.
So getting an insurance. We're not promoting anything. We're not selling you guys any insurance.
Yeah, we don't.
So back 9 years ago, diba? Bata ba kayo ni?
20s.
20s pa. She was kanang 20-ish.
Young and in love.
Right. 9 years ago, wala kami anak, wala everything tanan. Diba? Bago pa may, we actually considered getting an insurance. What we always observe is
They don't believe.
they don't believe in it. Kaya para nila insurance. So, man insurance?
Monthly.
Di mo ko mamatay. Or something. Di ba?
Yeah,
Parang
that's
na-
my mindset before. Some pud mag-imak nilang, ay, baligyan ako ng insurance. You're not thinking that the person is actually
So,
helping.
let me tell you our story and why it's important. And somehow, ma-break na mo ang
Notion nila.
notion nila ba nga, pati ang insurance. Right? So, when we started, a good friend of mine approached us na, hey, bago pa muna
Married.
ninyo or married, do you wanna get an insurance? Right? Typically, with my personality, being an introvert, I say, I will definitely say no. But I had to hear him out. Because number one, he was a good friend. Right? So
Family friend.
Family friend.
Hello to our agent.
So
You're
muna siya,
watching.
yun ko, okay, sige, what do you have to offer? And that's when we heard na, okay, ang insurance is just not limited to, if mamatay
You're
ka.
insured.
So what we had was a multi-purpose insurance where it's a life insurance,
Retirement
retirement siya,
and savings.
and savings. You can either use it for
Education.
kaso simba ko, right, education, or if by then, mamilyonaryo na may,
Retirement.
if ever, or retirement na mo. And at the same time, munang mo suggest me of getting an insurance. It can be anything, life, para sa mga multi-purpose savings, right? Kay bata pa man ta. Bata pa man mo.
Consider it as your savings account.
Correct. Back then, monthly na may were paying just mga
2.5.
around 2.5. Para naman magdako na siya bilang. It's for the future.
Yes.
Right? And that insurance has a maturity 10 years. Diba?
So, mature na siya next year.
Correct. 9 years ago.
And just like that pa.
And we have the option to get everything or patayunan na mo para
Yes.
matubo siya. Right now, okay pa man me. But it was actually a good choice. It was a good investment. Don't be scared when your
True.
friends...
It's savings.
Correct, diba? You have friends nga mo reach out nimo, hear them out. Dili man na networking or anything. They feel the importance and the benefits of having an insurance.
True.
And they would want to share it to their closest friends.
True.
Hear them out. Especially young couples, hear them out.
Ako mga kailang, kuha insurance, uy, bisag di ko agent, you should get, kina, kita yung ka nga na sila extra income ba, ilaag lang. But why not save it? Something that we're proud of is naami savings.
Muna, invest.
And if you want to grow your savings, so invest it.
Right. Invest now, whatever it is, insurance, I'm into stocks.
House,
Correct. House.
better than
whatever it is.
renting.
Correct. Right. You need to invest while you're young.
Yes.
Do not invest when you're already, late 30s, 40s, then that's the time you realize, hala, I don't have anything. For men, taas mo nila tong pride. Right? So you want to give them or offer them the best and the happiest life possible for our wife and for our future kids. Right? So we want no matter what, you want to make sure no matter what happens to us, head of the family, punta.
Dili po mo ko anong...
Dili ta ma-worry ba nga, what will happen to my kids and my family, my wife, most of all.
And that's our top 3.
Ta-da!
Thank you so much for watching.
So
I hope you enjoyed and you learned.
yes. I'm sure daghan ba may mga topics or items
so
na,
many things we want to share.
right? Or maybe kani nga mga topic na wala kayo na mo na share pa, maybe marag nawa sa train of thought like what happened earlier.
Comment down below.
Your questions or feeling nakarelate mo, just comment below or
Give us a like.
Give us a like or whatever para we can
Make more and
share more
inspire me,
stories.
right?
Correct. So there,
That's it for
should-
today. Thank you.
and bye.
Bye.
Ah.
Bye.